Wow, okay, so that's 9 times my normal sales volume. So I guess I'd better get started reorganizing my inventory. There wasn't actually any resource available online for what order the sets would be in on the reimbursement invoice I would be sent. I wanted to match my inventory to that invoice as close as possible because I wanted to remove any friction in the pulling of those orders, and I'm concerned that it would suddenly take me all day or 2 days or 3 days to pull all the cards for that reimbursement invoice. So I reached out to the helpful people at TCGplayer, and they sent me this helpful list of how they want everything organized. It's not up to date with the newest sets on it yet, but it's pretty obvious where those sets would go, so that makes it a little bit easier. And as I was reorganizing everything, the orders kept coming in. TCGplayer have their direct program set up so that a reimbursement invoice will generate if your direct sales exceed $300, or if 2 weeks have gone by without having generated one. And they will only generate on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My store went live on direct on Thursday morning. I wasn't sure how quickly I would reach $300 in sales, so I watched on Sunday carefully to see if I would generate an invoice on Monday. And wouldn't you know? So, between 9 a.m. on Thursday and 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, I sold over 2,100 cards for about $320. I will be paid out a little over half of that after TCGplayer take their fees. More on that later. So now I know how much my sales will increase. Turns out it's a lot. So what I need to do next is actually pull and pack the order. It looks like my hard work over the weekend paid off. Altogether, it took me about 4 hours to pull all the cards for this reimbursement invoice. Honestly, this is about what I expected, but it is much less time than I feared it would be. Packing it took another hour, but as I was learning how to pack it as I went along and not really trying to hurry too much. I broke down the entire order into 100 card bricks, each of which I packed into a graded card sleeve. It's kind of like an extra large team bag. It's designed for sealing and wrapping graded cards. I like them better than team bags because there's a little bit extra room, and because when you have a small number of cards in them, say 20 to 40, you can wrap the excess around the sides of the brick of cards and tape it down to make it very secure. No cards sliding around or anything like that. I put 5 of these bricks into one of these boxes. Now the story with these boxes is that I bought a huge lot of empty card storage boxes off of a local sports card collector. Included in the purchase were about 75 of these little guys, perfect for storing cards, just like the smaller BCW white boxes, but actually intended for sending hazardous biological samples off to the Centers for Disease Control. I have no idea where he got them, but I thought they were kind of cool, so I sent some larger orders in them every now and then. Always with other packaging around them, of course, either in a mailer or a larger box, just to be sure that no one gets confused and sends it to the CDC. These 5 boxes all fit inside a USPS Priority Mail Medium flat rate box. I fired up Pirate Ship to buy my shipping label, $13.75 total shipping cost for 2,100 plus cards. For a non-direct level 4 seller with TCGplayer, any transaction of under $5, TCGplayer will charge a 78-cent shipping charge. So for an order of, say, a Maractus from Sword and Shield base set for 10 cents, your actual transaction will be 88 cents. Then TCGplayer will take their fees out of that 88 cents and you get the rest. But out of this about 50 cents that you get paid out, you have to pay for shipping yourself. So without some dubious practices, you're going to lose money on that transaction. But for a direct seller, the fee structure is completely different. For any order under $3, you, the seller, and TCGplayer split the sale price evenly. On our order for 10 cents, you get 5 cents and TCGplayer keep 5 cents. Then you don't have to worry about the shipping except as part of your bulk reimbursement invoice. No matter how much you add up in supplies, the cost of shipping per card becomes significantly less than a penny per card. So every sale is profitable. With this reimbursement invoice, my sales were about $320, so I'll get paid out a bit more than $160. A few sales were greater than $3, so the fee structure actually gets better. Out of this $160, I'm only responsible for shipping back to TCGplayer, which it was about $15 with the supplies and stuff added in. So I'm netting about $145 before the inventory costs, which for this was about $6 for the Magic cards and about $20 for the Pokemon cards. This may not sound like a lot, but it's actually a big increase in my profit margin. On $300 of sales before, in non-direct sales, I might have been paid out just north of $200, but my shipping cost would probably have been another $100 to $150, so I'm netting $50 to $100 before accounting for the cost of the cards themselves. So the too long didn't watch for this video is much more sales at much better margins for much less labor. Main concern now is in procuring enough new inventory to keep it rolling and in being able to process that new inventory quickly enough. I went into this with a lot of uncertainty. There are still improvements to be made, but all in all, this is a good path, it appears, for a bulk or volume seller to go. Both the amount of time and money saved by participating in TCGplayer Direct is a game changer, for me at least, as I can now spend these resources on more interesting and important things like purchasing new collections or developing the blog or YouTube content. Be sure to check out one of these videos about those important things, and hit us with a like and a subscribe for more content like this.